Conformity kills the human spirit. That's what I want to talk about tonight, and I hope you'll come around and hang out and join me to do that. I'm going to play you a video that could be quite embarrassing for me, and let's see if the mechanics of this actually work. If you can't hear it, I need to know that because this whole conversation depends on what I say in this video that I recorded 2 years ago. Let's see what happens. Wow, I need to take showers more often. I get a lot of thinking done in the shower. Here's what I know. Part of the abuse pattern included me trying to conform. I was always trying to contort and conform to fit into everybody else's expectations, and it has created this anger in me. I feel like I'm like a child that's been put in a cage and nobody will let me out. And every time I have tried to say, okay, I'll go along to get along, I'll conform, I have lost. Every fucking time I have lost. It is conformity to me equals losing. I've studied this shit for 30 years. I have practiced this shit. I have practiced my art. I have poured a lot of myself into myself. And why the fuck haven't I had my fucking breakthrough and make it to the top now? Because I kept going back and trying to conform. Oh my God, how stupid is that? I love you. Bye. Well, now you guys got to know. Got a little taste of me when I was kind of spinning out of control. When I was actually very, very frustrated because I was speaking the truth there. I really, really was disappointed with all of the work that I had done on myself for so many years, and nothing was happening, yet I kept feeling this push to conform, always having to conform who I am to join somebody else. Hey, friends, how's everybody doing tonight? I wanted to really pop in here and share that. Did you guys hear it? I hope it worked. It worked on my end. My point in sharing that is to let you know that that was 2 years ago. And I'm now 2 years away from that, and I have learned how to actually build a life without conformity, and that's a big deal to me. I don't do anything that's expected of me whatsoever. I especially don't do anything that's expected of a 70-year-old woman. And that has brought a certain amount of peace and comfort to not conform even how I think about anything, which brings me to something I really think we need to kind of talk about real quick. Um, I noticed today in my walkabout downtown Lynchburg, I had the occasion to have some conversations with a few people that I hadn't seen in a few weeks, actually. Everybody seems to be on edge. And is it little wonder that we're on edge? Even if you're not a political junkie and not paying attention to the news, there's something in the air. There's something not quite right. Something's uncomfortable. And we all know it. And yet we're being asked to conform how we think and feel about what's happening right now. And I want to tell you that I think that's a very dangerous thing to do because that means you're not relying on who you really are to process your own thinking. You're allowing somebody else to tell you how to think and feel about the moment we're living currently. Conformity is the death of the human spirit. I completely believe that because once you conform, you're not really in touch with the energy that created you in the first place. You're not in touch with your inner being. You're not in touch with your soul. And it really doesn't matter what you name it or what you call it. It only matters that you get in touch with it with a daily practice. And that's the thing that I really want to encourage everybody to think about today is their daily practice. Because we have some rough seas coming. I'm not going to laugh and say, that's not going to happen. As Greg and I said over lunch today earlier, he said, Monica, I don't want to think about all this kind of stuff. I said, I know you and I are great believers and the power of our minds, but we're looking at a reality that's not jiving with what we're thinking. So what do we do about that? How do we live with that? And the only thing I could feel in the moment to say, which is what I want to share right here, right now, is to make it a priority that you do 3 things. 1, go let your eyes look at the sky. Just stare at the sky. I don't care if the sky is full of clouds. Take your mind and your eyes off of anything printed and off of anything digital. For 5 minutes a day, just go look at the sky. Now, I live in a high-rise building, so I have to do it from my balcony right here, and I do it. I just stand and I let everything loose up here because you don't realize how tight everything, your muscles and the nerves in here get when you're reading digitally, especially digitally, or if you're trying to even watch a television program. All of this impacts how you actually think about what's going on in your world. So you want to actually give these muscles a break. Go outside and look, or go to a window and look, and just stand out there and look. The next thing I would ask you to do is take some time to, after you do that, and you can do this in different parts of the day. It doesn't have to all be at the same time, although I do it all at the same time. Find a time to put the phone down. As we all know, we're not real good at doing that. That includes me. And have an opportunity to just do some breath work, not close your eyes, just breathe in and breathe out, and repeat to yourself as you're as you're inhaling, say I, and as you're exhaling, say am. Anybody want to try it with me now? Am. Just calm yourself down. You're here. You're okay. And the truth of the matter is, the crazy that's going to keep happening, coming to us out of Washington, D.C., and everything else that's going on, we're better mentally and emotionally prepared if we make it a priority to take care of our own souls, our own minds, our own emotional well-being. I guarantee you, nobody from the government's gonna come do that for you, and nobody's gonna help you out of whatever circumstance you find yourself in. I am aware that there are people who follow me on Substack who right now don't have a home, and that is very disconcerting to me. It's very uncomfortable. In fact, I'm working with a few friends to create an organization that will help unhoused retired women. And why are they unhoused? Because landlords have jacked the rents up so high, these women on their Social Security can't keep their apartments. And that's becoming my pet project. It's on my mind every day. So that pretty much means I gotta do something about it. But I can't do that. I can't do it efficiently and well and successfully if I don't sit down and take time to just look at the sky. If you can't get outside, if you can't go for a walk or a run or whatever it is you do to use the energy in your body, at least take the time to look at the sky. And now my third favorite thing to do, now this is gonna sound crazy, but I love to look at the moon. If you really slow down everything and take the time to just stare at the moon, I don't care where it is in the sky, but your imagination kinda takes over. Your curiosity kicks in. Now, why is that important? Because it gives your soul, your mind, your spirit some relief from the fear and the worry that and the pressure and the anxiety that's being put upon all of us every day here in the USA. So look at the big blue sky, look at the big silver moon, orange moon, white moon, wherever you are in the world, and just wonder about how big it is, where it is. Approach looking at it like you're a 10-year-old kid, like, wow, look at that. It's hanging up there. Allow yourself to let your imagination run free. And then the final thing I'm going to ask you to consider doing after you do all that, especially after you look at the moon, write down some adjectives that describe how the moment felt when you just took the time to look at the moon. Get a little notebook, write it in longhand. Don't type it on your computer or your phone because that connects your hand and heart, whereas digital doesn't do that. Write it down. Did it feel glorious? Did it feel magical? Did it feel wonderful? Did it feel exciting? Did you feel the wonder of the moon standing up there? And here's what I want you to do with that. Here's what I do with that. What you do with that is your choice. I keep this little notebook that I write those things in. And when I feel that kind of tension rising in my chest about the way the day is going, I go pull that notebook back and look at the adjectives. Notice I didn't say I wrote down an experience. I just looked at the adjectives. And the adjectives always trigger a happy thought into my head. And I can feel the tension release. It's just one of my little in my pocket little tricks that I use for myself to keep my emotional and health well-being in a good, positive posture. I forgot to put the microphone close to me. Oh my God, I hope you guys can hear me. I'm really sorry about that. Um, this was just totally spur of the moment because I'm really distressed about some friends who were losing their home because of, well, let's just say it, greedy landlords. And that's just not a necessary thing to have in our family of Substack readers, writers, and followers. I hear you, Jackie. Thank you so much, sugar. I appreciate you popping in and let me know that. Now, before I take off, does anybody have any questions? Can you go look at the moon tonight and let me know what it looked like in your part of the world? Wouldn't that be fun? We could have a whole thread about what the moon looked like. Did anybody take any time to notice the sky today? I had a red cardinal visit me in my tree today. I just sat there and looked at it. It kind of looked at me, then it flew off. But engaging, let your mind engage, let your spirit engage with anything other than the news, with anything other than writing or have to do. Put your have to, should do's, gotta do's to the side and make your number one priority to let your eyes gaze into the sky. And then go find that moon and go look at it. And go ahead and write it down. You'll thank me later for that small little task. And anyway, I'm going to say adios, goodbye, finito, gotta go. Gotta go eat some grub. I love you guys so very, very much. Thank you for taking the time to visit with me tonight. And look for an interesting email in your inbox tomorrow. Love you all. Later, Gator.